Well, hello, Floor 2. Now we get to ask the fun questions about stuff like whether or not the mechanical density increases satisfactorily and stuff like that. Is that film grain? Am I seeing film grain on the screen? Oh, that's not good. Can I turn that off? Can I turn that? Oh my god, this menu has a lot of texture, shadows, blah 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 blah. Screen space. Soft particles. Smoke and fire. That's not really what I mean. Lens dirt. That's not the same thing either, really. Yes. Subtle filament grain effect. Off. Found it. There we go. Ah, that's better. I actually like film grain as an aesthetic in a lot of things, but it's only going to make the videos look worse because YouTube does not like particles being covered all over the screen.
I have no idea what this monster I'm inside of is. Although I feel a little safer in the exo-rig that I found, I have a suspicion there are a lot more surprises waiting for me. The weird blue substance I found in the capacitor seems to charge the rig and upgrade its function, but I still need more information. Maybe I'll figure out what the hell this place is about as well.
Turning off the grain somehow make the game look weird? I'm sorry if this is distracting, but I'm actually curious about this now. That's weird. Am I insane, or does the contrast actually look really slightly strange with it turned off? Huh. I'll probably just get used to it after a little bit, but oh, that's combining with the dirt on the lens visual. Interesting. So you turn off the filmic noise and it makes the lens dirt become more apparent. Is that what's going on here? Maybe not? Huh. There's a lot of weird little effects going on. We'll go with it for a little while and see how it affects things. I'll probably just adapt to it after a moment anyway. The waterworks. Hello? Oh, not friend. Not friend. Oh, not friend. Yeah. There we go. Better. Careful now. I like how it does that, by the way. Okay, so when you use a cooldown and you're waiting for the cooldown to come back, it starts showing up in the middle of the screen to remind you that said cooldown is ready again, which is a nice effect. Can I open that again just to feel comfortable? Alright. That pipe's not useful, right? Or the rocks? No. So yeah, when I use the lightning thing will show up in the middle of the screen to remind me that it's now ready. Which is cool. And very useful if I'm going to be using a build that focuses on those kinds of abilities. Ooh, hello. I miss Adam. I really miss my buddy Adam. That dude had one messed up sense of humor, got fired over some naughty pictures or something. Now the new kid, he sure is one hell of a workhorse, but he seriously needs to lighten up. Have some fun, man. He just keeps himself to himself all the goddamn time. Winnie Bench, Chief Tallier. Last of 3. Energy cell. These are good things to have. So we have our first energy cell, and we have even more ammo, which I will continue to try not to use. Remind myself real quick what the hotkey for that is. Crap. R? No, R is heal, T is a heal. Was it Z? There it goes. Having a brief moment, I need to make sure I remember that, so that in the heat of the moment I'm not confused about how to switch weapons, because you can't pause. There's a whole area over there to keep track of. I think that's where we're going to be going now. Okay. Oh. Sorry. Still keeping an eye out for secrets, but I don't know how much I should look for those things. Hey there. Oh! Hi. Oh, right, you can fly. Oh, you can fly at a distance that... Oh, crap. Yeah, I didn't even hit him with lightning. Yeah, he can fly at a distance where the lightning is unlikely to hit him. Got him. Gun. Ooh, ammo. Probably should have just been shooting back at him, honestly, instead of trying to conserve ammo and be clever about it. But I used the level against him. Just could have used my weapons against him. Ooh! Are you a better mace and a better sword, I wonder? I found a hidden corridor. A perfect place to hide my precious piercer. There's a strict ban on guns here in the Arks for us commoners, but nobody's going to take a gun off of a Baraton. My dad gave it to me, and his dad gave it to him, all the way back to his great-great-granddaddy. We Baratons take care of ourselves. If only I hadn't bent the screw on the wall brace. Just hope no one notices. Elmer Baraton, maintenance unit. Somebody loves guns, and also died. Probably. But most importantly, doesn't have any more messages, apparently, because it says 1 of 1. Interesting choice to say that you have this number out of that many number, because it kind of gives away whether or not you'll hear from certain characters again. So the crowbar specializes in destroying inanimate objects. And it does 35% bonus damage to mechanical enemies. It appears that the 35% is a true for all blunt weapons type thing, whereas the other part is not. So this thing continues to have the bonus against mechanical enemies, but does not have that nice bonus against destructibles, which frankly just doesn't matter that much, unless the game's gonna suddenly have really... I mean, that'd be interesting if there was level design that, like, incentivizes you to actively destroy objects during combat. Like, that, you could definitely build a game around that. It's called Mr. Driller. But, I'm gonna operate with the assumption that that's not probably the case most of the time, until I see otherwise. So this thing does 14 damage compared to 6. It's 0.25 attack time, 0.3 attack time, 1.25 second cooldown, 1.5 second cooldown. So it is slightly slower, but it's more than twice as powerful, so I'm pretty sure that's an increase in DPS no matter how you look at it. I do like that I can sort my items. That's interesting. Put my pistols over here, put my swords over here. Although, put my consumables on the top, because that's the chaotic part of my inventory, where stuff is going to shift around like crazy. In fact, I can create vertical columns of these things to make them even easier to sort through. There's armor, there's blunt, there's knives. If it's anything like Grimrock and whatnot, then I'll hold on to stuff until my inventory fills up, with the hope that we encounter some kind of store somewhere, but there's a very real chance I'll just be dropping crap on the floor later, so if that happens, well, it happens. How do these compare? The Rusty Sword does twice as much damage as the Rusty Dagger. It is noticeably slower, but maybe not slow enough to justify the difference in damage, so once again, it seems like it is worth the increased damage while going a little slower. Most likely. Okay. What? Oh my god. I found it. Oh, I found it. I found the paranoia thing, and now I'm like thinking about the other braces I've seen along the way. Oh, okay. Oh man. Okay, I'm happy to find that. I'm happy that just happened. Let's just be clear about that. Because like I've been pixel hunting and trying to figure out what to pixel hunt for. Because I was looking like maybe like in some of them it'll be like a spare brick that you get used to seeing as being the spare brick that you can move and stuff like that. So in this case, it's this button. In the middle of the thing, there's a rotating button, and that's the secret thing. Oh, that makes me happy. Save. So now I know that. Okay, so now I know one place to check. It might not be the only place to check, but it's a place to check. The Piercer, one-handed handgun weapon. 25 damage? Is that really good? Not as good as 38 damage, but this is a 4.5 second. This is a 2.25 second. This uses 1 ammo. That uses 2 ammo. So 25 to 38. So for two shots of this will do 50 damage, whereas one shot would do 38 damage, but this uses more ammo. So yeah, this is like a better... It's a more efficient, at least, ammo user than my current rifle, surprisingly. Okay. Happy I found this. That is a neato. Okay. I can't ignore the... Is that trap door above me? Are those always there? They look like they're always there. Okay. They can't... Oh yeah, they can't hide stuff on the ceiling because I can't look at it really. I can look up, but the moment I let go of it, it moves back. So I can't like take the time to like click on the ceiling really. Oh, forgot I was using that weapon. Here I am talking about ammo efficiencies. All right. Still though, cool, cool. All right. Oh, that made me happy. So I got an upgrade and I got it via secret, which is what I was hoping to find. I'm sure there will be other secrets though, so I can't stop looking for new weird details that stand out just because there could easily be more. But now I know one for sure that I can look out for, assuming they do ever reuse it. Wow, look at them dying fast. Both my weapons are better than they were the last fight, actually. It's tempting to make the average fight shorter by just coming out with another lightning attack, but I'm gonna try to only use those during emergencies or group fights just because I don't want to get stuck low on energy when I don't want it. So we're looking for a rusty key again. The idea of like, I need a rusty key is still funny to me as all hell. I need a rusty key. Why? Reasons. Why rusty? Like, you know you need a key, sure, but a rusty key? That's a weird distinction to draw. If it's not rusty, the door won't open. Trap? Trap. I figured trap, but I wasn't sure how bad the trap would be, like enemies behind me or something. Did you close the door with the trap? Did you open the door? Interesting. Interesting and perhaps unfortunate. Does the timer last a different amount of time if I press that, I wonder? Or do I just go fast? I just go fast.
That was kind of close.
That was kind of close. Repair and rusty key. Neat. Am I safe over here? No button there. Anything weird about the pipes? I got my eye on you, game. I'm looking for your secrets. It is tempting immediately to go backtracking through the entire area to see if I missed anything else. Which wouldn't be that unreasonable, actually. I found the secret here. I just have to go check that area. You know what? Let's do it. Because this is a new tile set. I don't have to backtrack through the entire game necessarily, because it's unlikely that the secret existed before, because I don't think that this tile set existed before. So that's where the secret was. So just every one of these cross bands I'll check. And in the future I'll be checking them in the future, so there won't be backtracking for their sake. That's the ones I kind of rechecked earlier. Yeah, I kind of went all the way this far. Ah, you might have been all pipes. And is this the beginning? Pretty much. But just a little further for a single crossed X, which might not even exist at this point. Because I think this area was all pipes. Okay. Oh, maybe the first wall. No? Okay, so I actually found the first secret when it first showed up. It just jumped right out of me. Alright, good to know. Good to know and satisfying to realize that I nailed it, apparently. It's interesting when you look at the Eye of the Beholder and stuff like that, which I have not played, but I've seen footage of, just how much faster you move in that older game because there's no animations. But I gotta say, I like the animations better. Not having animations is brutal just because you can't tell where you are because it's disorienting to move instantly without, like, the continuation of camera and everything like that. It gets a lot harder to see where you're going. A whole lot harder to see where the player's going, too, if you're watching a Let's Play. Which is admittedly how I've experienced it. I imagine when you're playing it, you can better tell what the hell's happening because you're the one doing the inputs, but man, if you're watching, it's just impossible. I do so much damage. This is great. Uh oh, that was a wall. Whoops, took a hit. Gotta keep track of that local geometry. Backed into a corner. That's a gun. Oh wow, he's out. Those were some damaging moves, apparently. I'm taking somewhat minimal damage. My defenses are decent at the moment, now that I've got, like, a few items equipped. I think the lightning helped. Does it do damage over time? I forget. Deals damage over a time period and greatly reduces their overall damage output. Right. So using this makes me take less damage, and also that's why he exploded suddenly, because I think he exploded before my gunshot went off. Is that good for me? I imagine that's bad for me. Yep.
Maybe there's a way to raise the water level.
I figured that was probably bad for me, but we need to learn for sure. Wouldn't want to, like, accidentally skip on the whole, like, this thing heals you thing. So it looks like this is a bridge in the middle that floats. So if I raise the water level, the bridge will come up here and I can walk across, I think. We have 2 side doors I can try. And no real indication of which one to try first. Okay, so we know that stuff's bad for you, not to touch it. I am digging this game so far. A ride, I suppose? Seeing more green. Oh, there's a flyer. And there's my death, probably. Oh. What is that? That's a gun pointing at me. I didn't even, from that perspective, I didn't even realize it was a cannon. Interesting. So again, a cannon popped up. Oh! Oh! You can't hit me through this though, huh? Did that even hurt you? I missed? Interesting, they have to turn 90 degrees at a time. That means that it takes them 2 shots potentially to turn this way. Oh, not long enough. It takes too long though for me to hit him. That might hurt, but it might not. I can't entirely tell. Yeah, I can't shoot twice in the time it takes for him to turn. But it gives me a nice buffer to feel safe. I don't want him shooting me in any real context, so I'm happy to... Oop. I broke my own rule, kind of. I'm happy to take him out like this if I can. There we go. Oh, did the hole go away? I think there was a hole a second ago. Oh. Hi, gun guy, again. A miss, really? There it goes. Wow, that's effective. Saves me on some ammo. Ooh. And that helps make up for how much I just spent on shooting that dude. Neat. Is that a button or not? It looks like a button, but I can't press it. Am I crazy? That's a button. Don't tell me that's not a button. But I can't click on it. What the heck? Hey, more ammo. I'll take it. Ah, the inventory will auto-close when I rotate. Is that always true? No, it's only true when I'm looting. Okay, I was concerned about it. I was getting annoyed by pressing escape every time I loot because when I hit take all, only the item screen goes away and not the new item screen closes, but not the inventory screen. But when I rotate, the inventory screen closes, so when it realizes that I'm moving on. Weird stuff's going on in there. Can I open stuff around here? That's also a button. This is where the guy flew out of. Oh, it's a dead end. Cool, let's check that. Ooh, basic servo booster. Gain melee speed for a limited time. 30 second duration. Ooh, that's a long duration. Plus 30% melee speed. Alright, faster. Decent cast time, 40 energy used, 60 second cooldown. That's pretty good. That means I need to worry less about how much I can spam one ability and actually see how much I can get out of one of multiple abilities. Because using this means that I can attack significantly faster, which will be a lot of help. Hunter shotgun, two-handed rifle, 30 damage. Versus you, 38 damage. What's good about you? 2-tile range. That's a 4-tile range. Shotguns deal damage at a cone at a short distance, full damage at close range, reduced damage further away. Have a chance to stun enemies hit. 30% stun chance. For 4.5 seconds. Okay. 4-second cooldown. So it's ever so slightly faster. It does noticeably less damage. It apparently does a damage cone, which we could take some experimentation to figure out the range of exactly. That could be weird. Ammunition. A brick. Add that to the collection. Good old brick. I guess that's basically a consumable. Oh, where did I put the last brick? I needed that. I think I needed the brick I found before in order to proceed, right? So that's why I put it down. I don't think I can go back and get it. Because, yeah, if you find bricks in this game, you want to collect as many of them as you can. 32 damage crude warhammer. Same bonus to mechanical enemies as our other weapon here. But it's a two-handed weapon. 0.4 second attack time. Pretty similar. 3-second cooldown versus 1.5. It does about twice as much damage while simultaneously taking having twice as long cooldown. I'm not entirely sure it's worth it. It'd be pretty good in conjunction with my current attack speed boost I could use, but it's also like not that amazing in its damage versus time. So I'm not sure if it's actually that much of an upgrade because I could just swing twice in that time. That said, there's sometimes more downtime between swings than there needs to be. Yeah, when I'm square dancing with the enemy, there's often more downtime than my actual cooldown, in which case, yes, doing higher damage each time would help, but I think 3 seconds might be too much. Let's experiment with it. Let's just give it a shot.
Such fond memories of my study years. The Bureau had granted me a scholarship, which I gladly repaid by pledging to work in the Ark's Vaporum for a 7-year term. My dreams came true. When I first arrived on Capital Island, coming from my home at Gary and Islet, the astonishing sight of the labs, workshops, and all the machinery took me by storm. It was like Christmas trees covered with shiny cogs instead of balls and ornaments. It was heaven. Lots of folks grumble at the Bureau nowadays for silencing the critics and abusing power, supposedly. In my eyes, the Bureau is doing it right. Technology, order, and science should all be at the heart of society. I am where I am today, amidst the pioneers of the world, only thanks to the Supreme Bureau.
Huh. What a nerd.
That might have been a pointless step at the end there, because I was already open. And I was already here, I suppose. Just realizing that if I put it on the other end, it's easier to grab the open door. And keep the brick coming with me. I think they're just trying to teach me to make sure I take the brick with me as I go forward. Oh, you're too heavy. Where'd that item go? Is it just stacked on that? So I can't keep this one pressed down. The brick's not enough apparently, and other stuff doesn't seem to apply weight the same way. If I'm interpreting this correctly. Okay. So these are heavier plates. So you potentially need a heavier brick. Or more bricks, I mean. Let's see. Double click left mouse. Need more bricks. And now can I read them? How do you read notes in this game? Huh. It does feel like this mechanic's not working. I think. It says left mouse button to scroll. Yeah, that's how I drag around. Double click to add a edit note. How do I read the note though? Then it says right mouse button to remove note. None of the notes tell me how to read the notes, which is a weird thing to go past because it feels like it's kind of a big deal. Alright, so I don't think I can proceed until I get another brick, because I think I need to weigh I think that I'm right about my method for getting past the first door, but I think the second one is a special type of pressure plate that requires more weight to be pressed down. So I think I need to use the same strategy, but with a second brick. So I'm gonna try the other area. There's more areas to explore still. And see if I can find another brick. Otherwise, I might try to backtrack to see if I can get the other brick. There's a trick I can use. So this gate's closed. Part of me hopes for a secret button. Have I been through there already? That's how I get back to the beginning. So I haven't been able to get past there. Might be the same area as where I'm trying to get through for the other pressure plate. Nothing else is around. It could be that there's another pressure plate puzzle here that also requires a brick, and by going to both sides, I get 2 bricks. That allows me to do what I want, or so I would hope. What's up? You made me what I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aggro? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh right, that's the rifle. Whoops. Hello. There we go. I realize it increases your melee speed, not reduce your melee cooldown. Which means that you don't necessarily actually attack faster. That's something worth considering. The 3-second cooldown isn't necessarily being affected by that particular attack modifier, because it says that it affects weapon speed, which likely means the time it takes to attack as opposed to the time it takes to recover from your attack, which is what I was actually thinking about.
I need a key.
Now there's a Fumium key. Can't go that way, apparently. Not seeing secrets. I'm sure they're friendly over here. They're not friendly. Ow. Rude. Gotcha. Hey, we leveled up. That feels nice. And I get myself some more ammo. These are all good things. I get a free heal, so I don't have to actually spend experience on healing. I get +1 circuit to spend. Could go deeper down this well. Give myself faster and faster energy regen so I can use my abilities more frequently, and then try to go all the way into this thing that'll, yeah, that's a good thing to get early on. It'll increase my experience gain for the rest of the playthrough, while also being in the process of giving me more energy regen so I can use my abilities more frequently. And giving me another gadget slot. I think I'm gonna head down that path. So now we're gonna have 0.8 energy regen and higher tech. Oh, never mind. Missed that detail. Requires level 4. So you can't go all in on one thing. Okay. Could go 30% recharge speed, that's pretty good. Plus 150% of recharge speed. Wait, what does that percentage mean? I'm actually not sure what that means. Powering their hasty recharge, decreasing their cooldown periods. How does one have 100% and 50 faster recharge speed? I don't know what that number means. Let's see, 16-second cooldown. 16-second cooldown. Okay, fine. I'm going to whip it out for science. Come here, stopwatch. We're gonna do this. We are doing this right now. Don't tell me that you don't register. Don't tell me you don't recognize my freaking fingerprint phone. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see how long it takes to recharge. We're already halfway there. And done. 12.5 seconds. So yes, it does reduce the cooldown of the skill, even if the cooldown doesn't really reflect that. I mean, the tooltip doesn't reflect that. Okay, you know what? Let's learn more things then. Faster melee speed. I turned off my phone. Whoops. We're gonna stopwatch this crap, and I'm gonna hit left mouse button. And boom. 2.15 seconds. that seems about right within the margin of error of a human thumb. We're talking about 30% faster attack speed. So it looks like my cooldown does go faster when it's... Although I should have tested it without this thing on. Which I guess I can do in a moment here, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's right, you didn't expect this to be happening in this playthrough, did you? I'm gonna freaking test everything. Alright, let's do... boom. Vanilla. Yeah, that's about 3 seconds. Okay, so yes, we learned multiple things. One, this skill, despite its somewhat confusing meaning of what 150% faster speed means, when you think that'd be like instant. In fact, you think that 100% would be instant, then I don't know, 150% would be time travel or something. And then yeah, the cooldown and maybe also the attack time are both, they might both be affected by this, your quote-unquote melee speed, which is a slightly confusing meaning to use, but yes, it seems to refer to your attack speed itself and its cooldown, and the cooldown's the important part for me, because that's what I was thinking about, is the how many times you can attack per second and whatnot. We learned things today. Hooray. I like learning things. Pressure plate. How dead am I gonna be? Hello? Did you not? You don't stop, do you? Nope. That's not a very nice game. Does that make you stop? Are you done? Okay.
I need a key.
Golden key. I would leave a note saying which keys are needed where, but I can't actually leave notes as far as I can tell that I can read. Hello, secret. I found a second button. Hopefully it's not a trap. Ooh, plus 25 Fumium. Yes. Oh yeah, it doesn't work here. Fumium key. Hey, that's the key I needed. Wait, that door was interesting. You opened that door with a secret. That's not what I expected. I wonder if I should be saving that stuff for when I hit... for when I hit the level that increases my Fumium intake by 8%. I guess it won't matter because I still need the Fumium to get there, so it doesn't really matter which Fumium gets me there.